Hello and welcome. Today's presentation is Shingles and the Older Adult by me, Viveka Suharsky, for Indiana State University. This is for Nursing Class 444, Community Health Nursing. At this point in the presentation, I would like you to look at the pretest and please attempt. Thank you. Shingles is a disease caused by a very common virus in the United States. For the older adult, the risk of acquiring this disease increases. Shingles is known to cause pain and discomfort. A healthy community is one where individuals are able to thrive. Ideally, a healthy community is one where residents have access to proper education, healthy environments, and appropriate treatment for their care. Understanding shingles as a disease will help build a stronger community. By the end of this presentation, an individual will be able to identify the vulnerable population and promote healthy behaviors to promote and treat the disease should it occur. Participants able to complete this module's learning objectives will aid in promoting and creating a healthy community. Learning objectives for this presentation: 1. Understand what the virus that causes shingles is. 2. Define the population and who is at risk. 3. Signs and symptoms. What are the signs and symptoms of infection? And 4. Instruct on how to protect others and yourself. What is shingles? Learning objective number 1. Define what is the cause. Shingles, also known as herpes zoster, is caused by the varicella zoster virus, a member of the herpes virus group. The initial or primary infection by this virus is commonly known as chickenpox, typically seen in youth ages 12 and under. The virus remains in the host, laying dormant for several years in the dorsal root ganglion. When the virus reactivates, the infection is known as shingles. Shingles cannot be passed from one person to another. However, VZV, or the virus responsible for shingles, can be spread to another person who has not had the virus before. Transmission of this virus occurs when the rash has open sores, or vesicles. The risk of acquiring shingles increases with age. Shingles occurs worldwide with any population. Unlike many other viral infectives, there is no seasonal variant. Shingles is fairly common. In the United States, approximately 1 million cases are reported each year. It is estimated that 1 out of 3 individuals will develop shingles sometime within their lifespan, though it is not widely understood why the VZV chooses to reactivate or when. Older individuals, or those with compromised immune systems, are of higher risk for developing shingles and more likely to suffer from the infection. And again, 1 million cases of shingles in the United States are reported each year. Learning objective number 2, who is at risk? Define who the high-risk population is. Who is at risk? Anyone who has had chickenpox or who has not received the shingles vaccination is at a higher risk for contracting shingles. However, some populations are higher risk for suffering the effects of infection. These include older adults, ages 50 years or above, and increase with age, immunocompromised individuals, or those who are on immunosuppressive therapy, those suffering from other viral infections, or those exposed to varicella within utero. Shingles and the older adult. Approximately 50% of people 85 or older will have developed shingles at least once in their life. Older adults are more likely to have severe pain associated with shingles. Post-therapeutic neuralgia is nerve pain associated from the shingles infection. Approximately 10 to 15% of older adults will experience this condition with infection. Learning objective number 3, signs and symptoms of the shingles infection. Symptoms of the disease include rash, which is the most common, pain, nerve pain is commonly reported for shingles infection, and finally myalgia, a general feeling of malaise or fatigue. Rash. Rash is the most common symptom of shingles, and it usually occurs on one side of the body. It will typically follow a dermatome, or an area of skin controlled by a nerve from a single spinal root. The rash does not typically cross the body's midline. The rash will form clusters of vesicles that are scabbed over in 7 to 10 days. During the blister phase, the individual is considered contagious. A complication of the rash associated with shingles is a trigeminal root infection, which can lead to permanent vision changes or vision loss. Pain is common with the shingles infection. Often described as burning, stinging, or tingling, the pain is localized to one particular area. Because of the localization, first signs of shingles pain can often be mistaken for other conditions. If located on the back, pain can be mistaken for muscle, kidney, or sciatic pain. If around the face, it could be mistaken for acne, headache, or even toothache. Other symptoms. Though rash, pain, and myalgia are the most common symptoms of shingles, there are also other symptoms. Severity of these symptoms depend on the individual, immune strength, age, and other medical conditions. Learning objective number 4. Treat and prevent. How to protect yourself and others. Treatment. What to expect for treatment. And protection. Know the vaccines that are available. Treatment. 3 approaches. First is the antiviral medications, which can shorten the duration and severity of symptoms. Pain management is sort of self-explanatory. It's meant to alleviate the pain caused by the infection. And vaccines are used for the prevention of shingles for the older adult. Antivirals and pain. Antivirals are used to treat the severity and duration of the infection. The efficacy of these antivirals depends upon when the therapy is started. Pain management depends on the affected area. Typically, over-the-counter pain relief is recommended. Nerve pain-associated medications like gabapentin, pregabalin can be recommended by doctors. Home remedies like wet compresses, calamine lotion, or water baths are also recommended to alleviate nerve pain. Prevention. There are 2 herpes zoster vaccines currently available in the United States. One is a live virus, and the other is a recumbent. Both have their pros and cons, and both are efficacious for preventing shingles. And the summary of the 2 FDA-approved shingles vaccines for the United States. Again, there is Zostavax, approved in 2006, and Shingrix, approved in 2017. At this point in the presentation, you can start your post-test. And for references, these are the websites where the information was obtained. You can easily find more detailed information on any of these resources listed.